Hi, I'm going to very quickly show you how to prepare for a mock interview as the mock interviewer. This may or may not be something you've been asked to do before. This is something that I do for organizations like the YWCA for their Aspire program, which helps refugee women new to Canada land jobs or start businesses. So one of the things I get asked to do is to pretend to be an interviewer for a job. What I get from the Aspire program is I get a job posting like this that I'm showing you right here. This is a real job posting they've pulled from Indeed, but I'm obviously not Sandpiper Signs and Decals. I just have to pretend to be them and interview somebody for this job posting. The other thing that I get is somebody's resume. Their information has been sterilized from it, so you can't tell who it is. It just gives the contact information for the Aspire program, but it does have actual details about what they have done. So I have a two-step process. Well, actually, I guess it's a three-step process. But step one is I go to ChatGPT. And what I do is I give a prompt that basically says, hey, look, I'm doing mock interviews. I need to do about 20 minutes worth of an interview to get somebody some practice doing interviews. So then I upload their resume and the job posting and ask it to manufacture some questions for me. So it does it pretty quick. It is going to, some basic stuff like talk to us about why you applied for this job, what interests you about working here, and then it gets into some technical skills and expertise that it's pulling from the job posting. The job posting obviously talks about problem solving and creativity, so it's going to ask some questions about that. Collaboration and communication, all pretty, obvious stuff. Now, what I then do is I copy all this copy, and then I use a tool called Quillbot. Now, Quillbot has a number of functions, but one of the things that it does really well is paraphrasing. Now, you'll notice the setting that I'm using is simple. Now, simple just means it's trying to use easy to understand English. So that's important because we're dealing with not native English speakers. So we want this to be as simple as possible. We hit paraphrase. It walks through this. Now, I would say that it doesn't do a perfect job of simplifying the English. So sometimes I have to go in here and do a little bit of cleanup myself. So let's say I'm like, okay, here's our intro questions. Could you tell us, doesn't need to be quickly, tell me about your work history and why you applied for this job. That's pretty easy to understand. What do you like most about working as a graphic designer? Because that's their background. That question is a little silly that way. So you might need to clean things up, but this gives you a lot to work with, right? Because if you're not familiar with an industry, so the job postings I get, like one of the ones I've got is nail technician. I don't know anything about being a nail technician. I've never had my nails done. I've never done somebody's nails. So these two tools together, ChatGPT and Quillbot, can very quickly generate some excellent interview questions to do this exercise. I also often recommend to the interviewees that they use ChatGPT to upload their resume and the job posting and basically do the same thing that I've done to see what kind of questions might they get, and so they can practice and prepare. So if you're ever going to be a mock interviewer, this is my process, and I hope you find it helpful.